please welcome writer-director Aaron Rottinghaus.
Thank you.
Welcome. Cheers. I'm having some weird energy drink.
Do we do that?
Yeah, why not? Why not? That's awful. Okay, so you wrote and directed a movie called Apart.
That is correct.
So your mom tells me you see things sometimes. Is that true? What I'd like to do, with your mom's permission, is meet with you once a week and just talk about the things you see. Does that sound okay? That might seem a little weird at first, but eventually it'll make sense.
So how does a young filmmaker go and raise cash?
We tried many different ways. We shot one of the scenes in the movie and would show that to potential investors. We put together a soundtrack. We put together, like, I cut kind of a fake trailer based on footage from other movies, which is another way a lot of people got. I mean, we did it all.
Right.
And eventually, through friends and family friends and blah, 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 we were able to scrape enough together to where it was like, okay, this isn't what we were looking for initially. This is about a sixth of that, but can we make it work?
So where do you cut back? Do you cut back on story? Do you, are there finger puppets as certain parts?
Yeah, there is a sock puppet. It's one of the leads. No, you do cut back on some of the story. It's not in 3D. We don't have light cycles, and it requires an attention span, and that becomes a detriment now, which is frankly depressing.
But again, you know, people can find the movies that they like much more easily now.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for a huge release. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait for some studio guy to like you or whatever. Like, get yourself on Netflix Instant and you've got as good a shot as anybody else.
Yeah, that's true. As the technology becomes more readily available to people, you get people that are doing really, really interesting things and people that are doing terrible things. And I'm hoping I'm falling on the interesting part of that spectrum, but you hope that the wheat gets separated from the chaff, but you don't know if it will.
I see what you mean, where it's, you know, everyone can make movies now, and so it's not always, you know, the rules that you should follow are not always going to be followed. Like I always get depressed when like my nieces and nephews talk about spelling and how spelling is not real important these days because everyone's texting each other and whatever, and it's like there's kind of a looser relationship with spelling and grammar these days.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I feel like that is sometimes, like when I watch even things that are professionally produced, it's like character is going the way of spelling and grammar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just about creating moments now. You know, if you look at like Glee, drives me crazy because it's just a collection of moments, and it's like, this character doesn't make any sense. This is a completely different person than last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all hook.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, this doesn't make sense. You know? And making sense is still important. Spelling and grammar are still important.
Yeah.
You know? Structure is still important.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know how much it is, and that's frustrating. Glee's a great example of where you find common reference points with everybody. It's like, oh, it's a Journey song. Like, I love that Journey song, so I like Glee. Or it's like Family Guy with, oh, it's a Star Wars reference, and I love Star Wars, so I like the Family Guy. Or
that whole fucking series of like disaster movie or epic movie or whatever. I'm sorry if you worked on those.
I didn't. Well, actually, I did. Did work on one of them.
I knew it. Busted.
No, it's fine. I completely agree with you.
But it's just like they just like, here comes, you know, somebody dressed like you know, the guy from the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. He's just dressed like the guy from the Matrix.
Yeah,
It's just a reference, and it's not even a reference. It's just like a costume.
Yeah.
Like, and you got paid for that. You made it, and there are all those people around. You know.
It's like you put a guy in a leather jacket, and it's like, okay, I know that entire character now. Like, well, no, you don't. Like, I want to know more about him because otherwise I don't care. And we've become so desensitized, and it's become such a reference-based culture that all our feelings are now nostalgic, and that's depressing. I don't want to do that anymore. Can we
open this bar? Can we open this fucking bar?
You see these things, that's when everything starts happening. It's when everything goes crazy, Emily. You see? That's when everything starts going crazy.
No, just calm down. Listen. Just listen, okay? These things, they don't mean anything. Sometimes I feel like they do, but they don't.
We're gonna have to get to him first. We're gonna have to. We see these things,
no,
we can stop it.
No, it wasn't your fault.
Emily, we're gonna have to stop this.
You didn't do anything!
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Coming to a movie festival near you.